Hey everyone, Jaylene Sudu here with you for Close Look. I have a very inspirational person with me today, Michael Gira, who is putting on a 6th annual toy drive. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
So how are you?
I'm fine.
So tell our viewers about the toy drive.
The toy drive we have is an annual toy drive once a year. We started it, this is our 6th annual toy drive. We started it on behalf of the memory of my brother, Victor Gira.
And tell us a little bit about his story, because I was talking to you earlier and he did something secretive that you didn't find out until 6 years ago.
Yes, it's a kind of a touching story, as is over a dozen years before the passing of my brother. He used to go with some workers at Van City Credit Union he used to work at, and they used to go every year just before the week before Christmas and go off to Toys R Us, buy a whole bunch of toys, and then secretively they used to go to the Children's Hospital and give them toys every year for the children.
That's truly is amazing, but why do you think he didn't share this with you?
The reason I would feel Victor didn't share it to us is that he wasn't really a flamboyant type of guy. He didn't need recognition. He was a really good-hearted, very simple man, and the publicity of him telling people, it probably didn't thrill him that much. So he was just a general nice guy. So that's what he did over the years.
So what made you want to continue? Was it to carry on his legacy? Was it that you like helping the community? What made you want to continue this?
One of the reasons I would say wanted mainly to continue is for the children. Victor's heart was always for children. He loved having children, and being always around children. Like he was like a big kid himself. So, and then just following his legacy, just trying to keep his spirit alive. Every year it comes to that time where, you really want to think of him. And, if he did such a good deed, then we didn't want to, overlook it and not let it happen. If something good is happening in the world, let it continue on.
And there's a lot of young people who watch this show. Do you have, any motivation for them to, donate or to give back to the community like you are?
Yeah, about the youngsters of today is like, get involved in community work. Definitely get involved in your parents and your families, and get on the right path, and try to do get out there and just do something. Make people believe, do something, believe in yourself, and try to stay away from all the habits. The bad habits are always there, but try to get onto the right path and get recognition, and for our South Asian community as well as just the younger generation, just to be somebody.
And you said you started this 6 years ago, so has there been a significant change in the amount of donations that you get?
Yeah, over the first year, this is our 6th annual toy drive. In the last 5 years, we've collected over 6,500 toys. So it has grown from the first year. It was like at 800 toys. Then the year after went to 1,000 and 1,200. And slowly, on and on, we've got over 6,500 toys over the years we donated. Went straight to the Children's Hospital. We give to the Surrey Memorial Hospital. We give a little bit to the Salvation Army, as well as the Richmond Christmas Fund. So it has increased. People are giving as well donations. Like a check payable to the Victor Gira Toy Drive. And yeah, so it is increasing as we tell people more of the story on what happened, and as community awareness has come, people have been very supportive.
So you donate the toys to a lot of different places. Where is the main place that community members can donate towards the Victor Gira Toy Drive?
You can go to, there's a couple of drop spots. You can go to any Cooperators Insurance Group. They're on board with us because that's where Victor worked. You can go to many branches of the Van City Credit Union, as well as we have our grand toy count on December the 8th at the Riverside Palace in Richmond, BC, 14500 River Road. And what happens that day is we have a grand toy count where all of the branches, they shut down about an hour earlier. They collect all the toys, round them all up, and then we have a grand toy count there on December the 8th from 1 to 4.
And the general public is allowed to attend?
Yes, general public is allowed to attend. Please bring your children. It's a very children-themed event. Yeah, face painting, bouncy castles, as well as, there'd be soft drinks and appies and some food there. And as well as you can drop off toys or make a donation.
And when people think toys, you think teddy bears or Barbie dolls, but there's also this preteen generation. Do you see a lot of donations for that, or do you encourage more donations towards that age group?
Yes, we encourage all type of toys, any gender, male or female, and any age group. As I said, they are going to the Children's Hospital, and as we know, in the Children's Hospital, there are, there's sick children in various ages and stuff. So, the special momentum part of it is that, in a hospital, we're fortunate enough to be at home with our families and celebrating Christmas. And unfortunately for some, they're in a hospital, getting through some, medical issues. So the main thing is, as long as you donate, give as much as you can, any amount, any kind of toy, they are going to the Children's Hospital. And what is the miracle part of it is you're in a hospital and you're getting a toy. We're fortunate enough to be at home. For example, and many families and viewers out there, we're at home celebrating. We should always think of on the other side of things, there's people in hospital that are less fortunate, or they don't get to spend time at home for some medical reasons and whatnot. So any toys, please just donate as much as you can.
And have you ever gone personally to deliver these toys to the children?
Yes, we do. We can't go into some of the wards where their canteen is where some medical issues are more serious than the others. But we do definitely, yes, in the week before Christmas, we connect with the Children's Hospital, and there's a man named Aaron Sanderson. He gives us a date and a time slot, a 2-hour time slot that we go there. We give the toys, as well as we go around and we give out some toys to the children there.
And in the last 6 years that you've been doing this, is there any one story that's kind of stuck with you that you will always remember that you're willing to share with our viewers?
Wow, there's many stories we have. One story I really would like to share is that did touch me. It was, I think it was on Victor's second toy drive. We gave a toy to the children, and then as well as we give some pamphlets out that we get printed out prior to the event, and we hand them off at the Children's Hospital. And a lot of the nurses and the doctors there, they remember Victor from actually when Victor was around. When Victor, was around, and he used to go give toys. And when they come down and tell us the story that, hey, first of all, we never knew Victor passed away, and secondly, that if you guys are doing this, under his, for his memory or just keeping it alive, that we get very, very good response from the Children's Hospital, the doctors, and these are real people, doctors, nurses, medical assistants, and for them to come and truly, share something with you, that was probably one moment that would be very remarkable in my life.
No, this definitely really is an amazing story, and I hope this year goes just as well as previous.
Yes, we're really, really hoping that this year we have success like the previous years.
Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you very much, Jaylene, as well as thank you very much for Close Look Television that has been helping us out this year and in the past, and we look forward to continuing looking forward to continuing support from your television. Thank you.
Absolutely.